Hey there folks, this is GreenXI and this is my Final Fantasy VII Remake demo impressions video. That was a mouthful. I've only just had a chance to play it because God knows there's been a lot of hospital visits and things like that going on, so it's done now. I am ready to get on with gaming. But I played it this morning at about, I don't know, I woke up at about 8 o'clock I think, so about 10 o'clock, and it was incredible. I went into the game expecting so many of my favourite things from the original to have been removed, and one or two things were, but it feels like, even though you're only playing the reactor section, the macro reactor, the first one, it feels like they've packed so much into it. It feels like a much bigger area and a much bigger piece of story to me than in the original. It's weird, it's so weird. Oh yeah, before we get into things, I want to say everything that I say in this is my opinion. I will be saying a few negatives, but I do really enjoy what I've seen from the demo, and I am really excited. So I'm only saying the negatives because they're things that come to mind, kind of thing. You know, it don't mean I don't like it or anything. And also there are going to be spoilers, I'm sure. I probably won't talk about the story part of it too much, because if you played the original, you know what's coming. So yeah, there's that. And also, everything's going to be a little bit hodgepodgey, probably. So these are my notes. And I was just playing through it, writing down everything that came to mind at the time. So it was in weird order and things like that. But I just wanted to make a video, and, you know, I haven't played it in a proper order. So I've been looking at them a lot as well. So, obviously, it looks amazing. That's expected from every PS4 game now, though, isn't it? If it don't look good, then you know the game... You know there's something wrong. You know there was no budget, and the gameplay, weird enough as it is to say, the gameplay probably won't be that much good either if the graphics end up there a bit. And I'm not saying like indie games can't look 2D and all that sort of stuff. That's how they're intended. But if it's like a big 3D game like Final Fantasy VII Remake is, and if it didn't look good, there would be something wrong, I think, because they poured so much money into it as well. So I don't know. But anyway, it looks good. The look of the sort of pools of Mako that are near the core of the reactor, it looks stunning and is really bright and impressive. The character models are really good. I didn't actually look at the mouths as they were talking. I didn't look at that, so I can't see if it matches up properly. I wish I did know. I'm probably going to have to go back and have a look at a video or something and see. But yeah, looks pretty bloody amazing. The music, okay, it's all been sort of reorchestrated and stuff. It's not MIDI or whatever anymore, and it's really stunning. It sounds as good as it looks. I was worried because this demo focuses on the Mako reactor. It has one of my least favourite tracks of any sort of any Final Fantasy, I think, of Final Fantasy VII at least, because it's so depressing as you're going down and it's so overbearing, and I've never liked it. But this version, they put it more into the background as you're running around and put the sort of sound effects forward, I think, a bit more. And because it's been reorchestrated, it's not quite as depressing. So I like it a lot more than the original song. Some hardcore fans will probably kill me for that, but it's true. Yeah, so that's all I really want to say about the music. It's nice. It's really nice. I don't know what else to say, because there were only a couple of tracks, and like I said, they were put more in the background than in the forefront, which... Do I like that as much? I'm not sure. But it does give you more time to listen to the characters as they're running around, Uncharted style, you know, where you're walking around and the characters will talk at you now and again, like Jesse Biggs Wedge and all that. Anyways, action battle system. Yeah, I found it addictive, and I like how time slows down as you're choosing your commands. Like, it still moves on, you can still get hurt a little bit and things like that, but it really slows down and makes it all matrixy. That's the only way I can think of to put it. I didn't go into the game expecting to like the battle system at all, because I didn't like the battle system of 15, and that's the most recent sort of action JRPG we've had out of Final Fantasy lately. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more than from 15. I like how you go into the command menu to choose certain things instead of it being completely action, you know? I like how it's still sort of hack and slashy in a sense, but you do have to be careful. You still have to guard, you have to evade, you have to think about what you're doing. The boss especially exemplifies that. But yeah, I do enjoy the battle system. I prefer the classic turn-based battle system from the original. I always will, I think, for my JRPGs. But this is a very good action RPG battle system for me. It's one that I can tolerate enough to get the story out of it and everything. Speaking of classic turn-based system, there's a classic mode, if you don't know much about the game at all, from trailers and all that. There's a classic battle system mode, but it's not like in the original game. I expected to go into this game choosing classic and it being my preference throughout the game by far, but I sort of had to play around with both the action battle system and the classic, and the classic version isn't what I was expecting. It's not like your characters stand there and you choose commands, you choose to attack, you choose to, you know, from a menu. It's like, it's really dumbed down version of the action battle system that the game has. It's like the walking around, the attacking, the evading, the guarding are all done automatically for you, and all you do is choose the special abilities from the menu. It feels like, you know, in Final Fantasy 12 when you had the gambits and you set up everything so that the game just played itself automatically. It felt like that, where you just have the odd little bit of input, and I didn't like it. It was too automatic. Automatic attack is what you're going to be doing most often, so to have that taken away from you, it just doesn't feel right. It feels like a super easy mode for people who just want to watch the game most of the time rather than play it. I didn't like it at all. They still haven't got that right for me. They haven't got a sort of turn-based option right for me. But I don't care, because I ended up liking the action battle system a lot more than I thought I would, so I'm happy either way. Just in a different way than I expected. Okay, next up. Oh yeah, when you're walking around outside of battles, you're controlling Cloud, at least for the demo, and you can swing your sword by pressing square. I found this really slow and clunky. It takes them a sec to get the sword out and swing, and then to put it away. It's not like really speedy, natural, outside of battles, swinging your sword sort of style like you get from a lot of other games. It's clunky. It's a bit clunky. I'm hoping they sort that out a little bit for the main game, where he just gets out and does it straight away really quickly. I would be a lot happier with that, but it's minor, I know that, but you do use it to like break stuff open around in the environment, things like that. So there's that. Also, his movement outside of battle. I don't think they've ever got this right in a Final Fantasy game though. It feels a little, at least in 3D ones. Again, it feels a little bit clunky and a little bit slow. And when you try and change direction to go from moving forward to going backwards, it takes him a sec to move backwards to change direction. And I know that's realistic, or whatever, but I don't know if I like it that much. I think it just needs to be smoother. It needs to be more fun to play, if that's a thing for walking in a game. I don't know. I can't explain it properly. But I only just finished playing the demo, so I'm only bringing my thoughts up now. And it's a bit awkward. Okay, anyway, let's move on from that. The user interface. I find it's really good. Okay, it's like the old one from the original game, the blue background, but it's a lot shinier and stuff. It's like if you combine it from Final Fantasy 13 with Final Fantasy 7 from the original game. It's like really shiny, modern, nice looking user interface in the menus. It's got that blueness. I hope in the full game you get to customise the colours of the window like you could in the original game. So you could make, I used to like red and green. I used to like that for the user interface, like bright. But yeah, right now you're stuck with blue, which is nice. It looks really nice and impressive. But it would be nice to have the option to change the colours and have different window colours. At least in the sense of back in Final Fantasy 6, where you could choose between different colours or designs. That would be amazing, actually. Yeah. But it looks alright as it is. It just looks a bit predictable, maybe. Next up. Oh yeah, treasure chest is still it. This is what I was wondering about. Because I was thinking it was going to be this really linear game where treasure chests wouldn't really exist, or if they did, there would just be one there right in front of you as you're walking along this linear path. But it's not quite like that. You have some treasure chests like that where they're just available to you right away, but a lot of them, they're like hidden away behind boxes and things on the path, or yeah, things like that. I'm happy about that. I'm really happy. It doesn't spoon feed you everything, and this demo has shown that the game isn't gonna just spoon feed you everything. And that's what I'm so happy about. Next up. Oh yeah, as well as treasure chests, there are boxes where, you know, I was saying you could bring your sword out outside a battle. You can sort of slash away at boxes and things and crates. And it'll give you items such as potions. It might give you mana shards, which automatically restore your MP. They're not like items, they're automatic restoration. You get these things called Moogle medals. I'm not sure what they do. I went into the inventory and I checked the key items section, and it just said good for something along the lines of good for collectors or something like that. I found 3 of them, I think, in the demo. It didn't actually say what they did. I wonder if you collect enough, I'm sure it'll be some sort of trophy associated with it. But other than that, in-game wise, it's probably gonna be for unlocking something, more minigames than the Gold Saucer maybe? The Moogles? Sounds about right to me. Or maybe it's extra materia, extra abilities. I don't know what they're going to be. As it was in the demo, there was no sort of customization available other than sort of shortcuts to certain abilities. You couldn't set materia on certain characters. There's no level up system other than just level up, you know, upgrade your stats by just leveling up, which I think might be how they work it going by the original game. But I think there might be a materia system once the full game comes out. Just didn't get to see that in the demo, unfortunately. Because that's one of my favourite things about Final Fantasy VII, the materia system. But the limits are back, the limit system is back. Just, you get Klimazid as your limit, which was a bit weird. And Braver is just like a normal special ability that you can use right away whenever you want, pretty much. You have an ATB gauge, which runs out as you use abilities and items, but you know, you can use it pretty much however often you want. There's no MP system for abilities, just for spells. So yeah. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Biggs, Wedge and Jessie. They feel like proper normal characters this time around. Or at least Jessie does. And the skinnier one of the 2 blokes, is that Biggs or Wedge? I think it's Biggs. Those 2 feel like they're talking a lot more, they've got proper personality. Like, in the original game, they didn't feel like, they just felt like fodder to me for that part that comes not long after the reactors are blown up. So, I was really happy about that, and Cloud gets a lot of time with Jessie. Jessie's like the counterpart to Barrett, where Barrett is always insulting Cloud and demeaning him because he used to be Soldier. Jessie is always complimenting him and telling him, oh my god, you're really useful to this team and all that sort of stuff. And that's something I liked as well. How Barrett has not been turned into a normal PC black character, for want of a better word. He is who we always knew from the original game. He's insulting, he's stereotypical, he is Mr. T to a T. And I was worried they were going to get rid of that just because of the snowflake world we're in right now. So yeah, it was really good. It was really good. The cutscenes have played out really well. The script, the dialogue on the script and everything. I'm loving it. You also get to see with Biggs, or at least with Jessie, I think it was on with Jessie, at the very start when they're getting off the train into the reactor, Jessie sort of fights with martial arty style. She punches, she kicks. You actually get to see that she's that sort of fighter. She's a tiffer, by the looks of it. I don't think you ever got to see that in the original game. I'm pretty sure you didn't. So you get to know them a lot more now, and I'm loving that. It's just going to make it all the worse when the time comes. Oh yeah, in battles, you get a stagger system. You know, Final Fantasy 13, where you had to fill up the stagger bar, and then you could deal more damage. That's back for the remake of Final Fantasy 7. which I hated in 13. I hated how long it took you to fill up the stagger system. But this time you haven't got to change classes and stuff to make it easier, so it is more tolerable. It is a lot more tolerable. And I actually enjoyed it. Dare I say I enjoyed it? So I'm just impressed by the battle system when I didn't think I would like it at all going into it. And that's another aspect which was actually really pretty good. So, yeah. My least favourite part, or my least favourite environment of Final Fantasy VII is the Shinra reactor, and that's what the demo focuses on. I thought it was going to be really bland, and the depressing music would be back again, like I said before, but it looks really nice. It is a little bit bland. There's only so much they could do, I think. There are grey walls, there are sort of modern gaming trappings where everything has to be brown, grey, black. But there's a lot of colour too. The Mako pools are bright green, neon green. There's red lights put around the place to make it look a bit better. I think they tried to do what they could with a bland environment from the original. That's what I feel like. And it's a lot more open area. I like that, as compared to the original where it was very linear. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff about it. And I find the enemies, each of them have this bit of strategy you have to do instead of just mashing XXX or circle, circle, circle to attack like in the original. This time you have to switch over to Barret to hit the flying enemies or the gun sentries that are up above, and switch to him to use Thunder. This is a weird thing. Barret's the magic user in this demo, mostly. He has Thunder and Cure. So you have to use Thunder with him to hit the elemental weaknesses of the Scorpion Sentinel, or Guard Scorpion as we all know him as. And he has Cure as well, which is weird because he doesn't even know how to use Materia in the original game until Cloud shows him how. And they don't even get Cure until the end of the first reactor. I think it's for the purpose of the demo to show off what you can do with magic and stuff. I think that's the only reason they did that with him for the demo. And you'll probably get the Cure at the end of it, maybe at the end of the reactor where it's meant to be in the full game. I'm hoping so. It don't matter if they do it either way to me, but I'm hoping so. So, yeah. Okay, like I was saying, there's a bit of variety. You've got Cloud, who is your short range, who uses all the sword-based ability, Braver, less thrusting move, which apparently, according to the tutorial, depending on your weapon, you have a different ability. Which, okay. And then you have Barret, who has the gun and the long range sort of abilities, so you switch between them. In the middle of battle you just press left or right or up or down on the directional pad and you switch between the characters in your party. I like that a lot. I like how you're switching between characters to use the right abilities. The one thing I don't like about the battle system, I gotta say it, is how items use up an ATB segment, and that is, it makes it hard. It makes it hard when you're trying to use all your abilities to beat the boss, and then you haven't got any ATB left to use items, which you've always known as being something you can just use whenever you want. And it's hard to get into my head, at least, to save some ATB for healing with items, you know? But maybe that's just me. Maybe it's their way of adding more strategy. I guess it is. I don't know. I would have preferred for items to be used whenever, because you're using your items anyway, so you're sacrificing something regardless of the ATB section, you know? Yeah. Next up. Oh yeah, another negative, sorry. The party AI outside of battle. It's not that good. There's this one section in the demo where you're walking through lasers, timed. You know, you have to run through the lasers at the right time or you get hit by them. Like, they flash on and off kind of thing. You're Cloud, and you run through the lasers. When they're off, you're fine. It's easy. But then Barret is following behind you, and he just runs through, not caring whether the lasers are there or not. So he will get hurt. It does damage to his HP. He's a bit stupid when it comes to that. I don't know how they're going to sort that. But it wasn't very good. And it's maybe great actually. If they're going to have a lot of those sorts of environmental hazards, then they need to sort that out. If there's going to be like acid on the floor, you can't have the AI just running through the acid to catch up with you. You know? I don't know how they're going to sort it. Maybe they'll make them vanish and then get to the other end of the environment. That would be better than what it is right now. So, Okay, the voice acting. Really good. Actually, really good. I was surprised by this as well. I'm saying that a lot, but I was. Barrett's voice acting, exactly what I expected for his character, exactly what I was thinking. that sort of attitude, that sort of aggression. Yeah. Cloud, it's what I was expecting because we've seen it a lot in Adventure Children and everything anyway. He's sort of a bit monotone, a little bit... a bit of attitude from him as well, with his aggression with Barrett, because of how Barrett's treating him. A little bit... not there, because of everything that's gone on with him. I'm saying monotone, it's not a bad thing. It suits the character, it's how he's gonna be because of everything he's been through, I think. That's the way I see it, anyway. Oh yeah, Jessie's voice actress. Is it Riku from Final Fantasy X? It sounds just like her. I like that. I like that they made her a bit more hyper and a bit more of a person. Yeah. So yeah, voice acting's really good. I haven't seen any problems with the voice acting so far. So yeah. Okay, I've mentioned it a little bit. The Scorpion Sentinel, or Guardian Scorpion, or whatever it was called from the original. Hard. I've seen some complaints online about how hard it is. I was playing on normal mode, by the way. Not easy, but normal mode. It is... I got through a lot of potions and a Phoenix Down. And a couple of others, because Thunder is his weakness, so I was just spamming a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot going on with our boss. Like the cinematics when you get certain amounts of HP on and he goes up on the wall, so you have to use Barret and shoot him back down. Things like that. It does get his tail up. That's when it does a lot of damage and gets the laser out. It gets a shield up so you can't hurt it. I never figured out quite how to get rid of that shield. Were you just meant to wait? I don't know, that might explain why I found it so hard sometimes. But I think I was running into it a bit quickly though. I think I was just running in with Cloud and just trying to constantly knock his HP down while doing Thunder with Barret and using potions now and again. I don't know if I was doing it right or wrong. I'm not very good at action RPGs or games like Bayonetta and all that. So, I don't know. It might be my fault I found it so hard, but I did find it hard. But at the same time, the game gives you a million potions and everything, so I don't think you're going to run out anyway. Yeah. Even when I was doing so badly, or I felt like I was doing so badly, I still found it tolerable. You know, it's not like, oh no, I find this impossible, I'm going to have to go on level grind for 5 hours, and, you know, it was okay. But it was the first boss, so I don't know how hard they're going to get. Or did they make it harder for the demo so that you felt like you were actually getting an experience out of it instead of just sliding through the boss and just getting to the end? Does that make sense? I don't know, but it's a good boss. It was very tense. It was really good. But it didn't have... I don't think it had the boss music. The boss music was incredible from the original game. I don't think I noticed. I'm gonna have to go back and check that. Oh. I hope they haven't got rid of that. And if they get rid of the Genova one as well. Oh my god. Oh my god. So yeah, that's about it, really. It was a really good demo. It took me about an hour to get through, I think. I didn't time it, but it must have been about an hour. And thoughts right now? I think it's going to be amazing. I truly think it's going to be an amazing game. I can't wait to see more of the story. I love the interaction between the characters, even the NPCs who were really quite forgettable in the original game. Biggs, Wedge, Jessie. Yeah, I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how the game is going to pan out. Like, I want to try Aeris. I want to control Aeris. It's going to be so good because you can actually change between the characters in the battle without any effort, and you can just play around with them for a bit. It's not like you're stuck with one character to play through while the other two are just supporting you and doing their thing. You can actually change, and it feels like you're controlling the whole party rather than just one character and having support. Yeah, I loved it. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. A little bit all over the place, maybe. But, oh, I loved it. I loved every second of it. I just hope they make it a little bit easier for the stupid people like me. I don't want to go on easy mode. I won't put myself through that. Yeah. So, this has been GreenyXI. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again in a bit. Let's play stuff. Back to Let's Play stuff. See you in a bit, folks.